Do you feel like this world is kind of crazy right now, full of unknowns and just a rapidly changing environment? Well, leaders, we have to step up. We need to lead, engage our teams, and connect more than ever. So I have a question for you today. Do you feel valued in the workplace? I would imagine that in this audience, there are a range of answers to that question. Now, what if I asked you, do those you lead or influence feel valued by you? That question brings a whole new perspective and honestly, is quite a bit humbling, I think. So for argument's sake, let's say you said yes. So how do you show them that you value them? Or think about it another way. How do you show them that you see their potential? So today I want to talk to you about what your role is as a leader in helping your team feel valued and to see their potential for future growth. Well, it's great to have you back today on Let's Lead Better, Influencing Improvement in Career Maintenance. My name is Kelly Souders, part of your Career Team 1 team, and I'm so excited to be here with you today and help you lead better. Connection. To be an effective leader, it is essential for leaders to practice the law of connection. The law of connection states that leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand. So what does that really mean? Well, before I answer that, I wanted to share with you a few things I've been reading. I was reading a survey that Gallup did on what talents do great leaders have. And they discovered 5 great talents, or 5 talents that great leaders have. The first one was fostering trust and open communication, and that they offer complete transparency. Not politics, but productivity drives their decisions. With a compelling mission and vision, they motivate and engage all of their employees. 4, a culture of clear accountability is fostered by them. And the last one, that great leaders are capable of driving outcomes, overcoming adversity, and overcoming resistance. So in the last few episodes, we have talked about 5 must-dos to successfully develop and create that culture to develop your team into a high-performing team. And I think these go along perfectly with what was found in the survey. So if you missed the last few episodes, I want to encourage you to stop the video, go back and watch them, and then come back and join us. So during the last episode, we talked about casting the vision, avoiding the crab pots, which in the survey, they found that leaders with a compelling mission and vision, that they motivate and help engage their employees. You know, vision gives team members direction and confidence. The next 3 are to connect and develop influence, listen and ask questions, and balance care and candor, which all really foster trust and open communication and offer that transparency. And the last one, to drive accountability. So let's go back to the statement earlier. Leaders touch a heart before they ask for a hand. So what does that really mean? Leaders, we have to connect. We have the ability to connect. Successful leaders connect relationally with a person before asking for commitments. Now think about it. What leaders are you more likely to follow or allow to influence you? I can think of a few right off the bat. I had an amazing leader when I worked in engineering as a project manager. He was our chief engineer and took the time to connect with his team, equip us, and help us be more productive. So I wanted to share a few statistics I found. In the aftermath of 2020, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics found that employee quit rates are reaching record highs. Research has found that there are substantial differences in intentions to change employers now as a function of the quality of the work environment. And the importance of this is really magnified in what we're hearing is called the current workforce's Great Resignation, which is really just getting started. And among actively disengaged workers in 2021, 74% are either actively looking for new employment or watching for openings. Leaders, it's more important than ever to connect relationally to your team. In this world with so many unknowns and rapidly changing environments, they need our direction. They need our vision. They need to be valued. So let's talk about a few practical things you can do to connect with your team right now. So go look at your calendar for this week and see where in this week's schedule you're going to work at connecting with others. It means we have to seize every meeting, every phone call, every email as a window to do this vital work so that we can lead better. So are you starting to see how this is way more than knowing someone's name or even what they did this weekend? As my people build belief that I understand them, they are more willing to offer key insights that go against the grain. Offer what may seem to be a crazy innovative idea and tell me the best answer, even if it's not possible. That's opening new levels of influence on your team. Connecting and developing your influence is an essential role you have as a leader. Now think about this scenario. How comfortable are you to go to your boss or someone in charge and talk to them about an issue, something that's bothering you, or a new crazy innovative idea? You may have answered that a few different ways. One would be, no way, I would never go, they wouldn't listen to me. Or if I could find my boss. Or you might have the type of boss that truly provides that environment for this kind of open discussion. So now let me turn the question. What type of leader are you? When was the last time your team or individuals on your team openly came and talked to you? Well, that's definitely telling. So the next piece of developing trust through connection is to listen and ask questions. I was reading an article talking about the attributes in place that allow for that kind of open discussion between you and your team. They found employees who are less likely to voice their concerns express that even if the leader said they had an open door policy, it still required them to initiate the conversation, which can be kind of intimidating. Another finding was that power cues we as leaders display, even if we don't know it. So like, for example, Steve comes into your office to talk to you, you lean back, you put your arms behind your head, listening. Well, it comes across as a dominant posture. And one last one was a leader, honestly, hard to find, hard to access. So a few tips that they talked about. Try to make feedback a regular part of your team and initiate more casual exchanges. And I cannot specify this next one enough. Be available. Be the initiators, be the example. Think about your posture when you're discussing issues as well and soften those power cues. So next time you talk with one of your teammates, listen intentionally with the intention of learning from them and expanding your perspective versus just getting your point across and providing that direction. Did you know if you understand your teammates, you'll be able to lead them better? This helps you know where their strengths are, what they value, and how you can help them grow and develop. And honestly, it sets the team up for long-term success. So listen, learn, and then lead. Well, that's all I have for today. And I want to encourage you to put into practice a few of these practical things we talked about today to connect and develop influence, as well as actively listening and asking questions. I can't wait to continue to dive into how we can continue to develop our level 2 and level 3 relationships in our teams to shift from being a good team to a high-performing team. So in the next episode, we will be exploring how to successfully balance care and candor with your teammates, which is so important to success and also so challenging. Meanwhile, have a great week. Keep on asking, improving, and sharing your knowledge. I look forward to the next step on the growth journey to Let's Lead Better, influencing improvement and carrier maintenance.